What's up? It's your boy Jiaani, and you are rocking with Whogotthajuicetv. That part.
Yeah. NC.
It's your girl, Fly Girl Tay from Whogotthajuicetv, and you're now tuned in to Future Flavas. And here with us today, we got the rap artist Jiaani in the building.
Yeah. What's up? I am Jiaani. I'm an artist out of Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina. I gotta say Raleigh, Durham. And we are in my, I guess you would call it, photography, barber. We did a whole lot of shit in one spot.
Okay. And so, are you originally from North Carolina?
Yeah, I was born in Raleigh. I just moved around in a lot of different parts of North Carolina. We were in Wilmington for a while, Durham for a while, and then back to Raleigh.
Okay.
But my family is originally Persian.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. And how long you been rapping?
I started doing poetry first, at like 12, and then it just kind of transitioned into the rap probably like 15, 16.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And how has that been so far?
It's been dope. I enjoy it. One thing about being able to, I guess, leverage myself on a business standpoint has kind of allowed me to do music when I want to do it more leisurely, to where it's not like I'm forcing myself like a job. It's kind of like I'm just doing it and people rock with it. So it's kind of cool to do it that way.
Okay. And before you used to go by a different name, Guapo.
Yeah.
What happened there? Why you changed your name?
It was just a different, I got locked up when I was like 21, and I sat down for like 6.5 months, and I think that transition kind of just was like, it was the end. It wasn't the end of that, but it was the end of the mind state behind that. And then when I got out, went to barber school and just transitioned, I was just like, my grandmother passed last year, and she, my real name is Jiaani, and she added an I to it as a kid, so she would call me Jiaani. So when she passed, I was like, you know what, let's go back to that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And I see here we got good vibes.
Yeah.
So what's behind good vibes?
That's my grandmother too. Yeah, she wasn't a real religious person, but very spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing she used to just say is like vibrations. People move off of vibrations. People feel you off vibrations. You gotta have good energy and the good vibrations. So when she passed, good vibes just made sense, and it just started transitioning. Once she passed, and everything just started making more sense. So that's what we decided to run with.
Okay. And so how long have you been a service in the barber industry?
I've been cutting since like 15, and when I was locked up, I was cutting. And really how I got into it, it was a guy in there that was facing like 4 lives, and everyone was scared to speak with him. And I saw an opportunity one day to kind of get in and just talk to him. He wanted a haircut. I was like, yo, I can cut hair. He was like, yo, don't fuck my head up.
Okay.
And everyone was real, scared of him. But I always been a people person. So I was like, you know what, this is a good opportunity for me to break the ice. And he kind of ran the house. So when I got in good with him, man, he just became like a father figure, because he was like older. And he just told me like, yo, when you get out of here, go into barber. This is gonna be this is gonna be a plateau to be a stepping stone for your music, for whatever it is you want to do. And he was right. He was definitely right.
And what kind of challenges have you encountered? Rapping or trying to...
It's no challenges. It's only parts of the process. Life has no challenges. It's only obstacles that's part of the process that are either going to shape the next direction for you, or you're going to fold from it. And me, I enjoy the challenge part. Like, I've learned to kind of embrace that process. It's the best part to me, because then you get to see the result.
And do you think that some people let the challenges or obstacles affect them or take control of what they got going on?
Most definitely. I think it's more, people are more worried about other people's, I think people are more worried about other people and what they think. Like social media is a good example. People don't want to show failures; they only want to show the wins.
Right.
But the failures is the best part because then you get to go back and be like, yo, you remember when I did this and now look at this.
Right.
Like even when we was putting this together, like this looked like shit when we first got in here. Like we did the floors ourselves. We documented the whole process. So just to do that it's an amazing thing. You know, it's like going to the gym and working out when you first start and you're not in the best, you know. So you want to show that process to people because then it gives people a way to feel one-on-one with you. That's how we connect as people. If I only show you the good of me, you're not relatable.
Right.
If I can show you the flaws and everything else, then now we're relatable. We relate on something.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And do you ever come across people that try to just show the good and try to act like, oh yeah, my life's perfect. I don't have you encounter
Do you?
that? Yes.
Yeah, so you know I do. Yeah,
Okay.
of course. I think that's a human trait. I think we're built to. We don't, you know, in the world we live in now, it's kind of like that. You know, people got to put on their armor and show, you know, I'm good, I'm straight, I don't, you know. But I think, especially as men, we kind of just get back. We got to get back to that transparency. I think transparency is strength. When you're trying to put on armor, it's a weakness because you're really insecure that we see who you are.
Right. Okay, yeah, I can look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, and so what do you feel about the rap nowadays?
It's cool. I'm not. It's a lot of. I mean, it's entertainment. It's like wrestling. You know, you pick your favorite wrestler and whatever. You know, I don't think it's a lot of substance anymore. But I can't say that because artists like Kendrick, artists like Cole, they're still outselling the mumble rappers or whatever it is. You know, I think we're probably in the most diverse space that we've ever been in hip hop, though. Because at one time it was just the South, at one time it was just the North, and now it's everything. So I think we should embrace the fact. It's like with people, we never look at, we ask for something, and then when we get it, we're still wanting something else. Instead of people just saying like, damn, this is the most diverse I think hip hop has ever been in our generation that we've ever seen.
Right.
So I can appreciate the whack shit and the great shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And what do you feel about North Carolina's unity, like for artists? Like, do you think everybody support each other, or is it more like, oh, I'm trying to win, I'm trying to eat?
Yeah, I think it's that. I think it's definitely North Carolina doesn't have an identity set yet.
Mm-hmm.
P.D. Pablo was one of the first to really set that thing, and then J. Cole, and then they're still trying to find what. Excuse me. North Carolina is like the bottom. It's like the bottom of the North, the top of the South. So it's going to be very diverse with different sounds, different melodies, different. So one person might sound like Gucci Mane, the next person might sound like Jay-Z. So we're still discovering what we sound like. So I don't know because it hasn't been done yet. Just like when hip hop first came out, everything was new because it hasn't been done yet.
Right.
So I think everything is a feeling. When it feels right, you can tell when it feels right, and when it feels flawed, you can tell when it feels flawed. But as far as the artists, there's definitely a good amount of artists right now that are doing their thing that I like. I think if everyone just stays focused on them as in anything, then we'll win. Just stay focused on it. It's not about unity and all that other shit because you can't help me if you ain't got your shit together.
Right.
So everybody go in their separate ways. Everybody get their shit together. Then let's come back and meet for a powwow and figure out what we can do for each other.
Okay. What type of artist would you categorize yourself as?
I would say conscious, but a lot of my life was I hate using that word street because I think it's got like a bad indentation on it, but conscious because of the things I've seen, aware and aware, I guess. Like hip hop conscious, but still have an edge to it, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, what is your relationship with fellow MC artist Swift?
So, me and Swift, he was my room. We grew up together. I always laugh about this because people don't know the story. He was my I met him at 17, and he was 17, I was 18, and he was a talented songwriter, and I could really freestyle well. So we both kind of bounced off each other when we met each other. It was like crazy as shit. And we moved in together. We had a crib together. We started working with Ninth Wonder together, Rhapsody. We went through that whole era. And it was just when I got locked up, he caught his deal with Akon, I think. And then when I got out, I think he lost the deal. But we're still great friends, man. We both mentors to each other as far as business, as far as music, as far as life. Fathers, we're both fathers now. So to know him for 12 years, I think is really dope to see both of ours progress right now.
Okay, and is there any music in the works?
Yeah. We just finished the project, but we weren't gonna put it out until like, you know, the seasons changed. So yeah, this is definitely the first time I'm speaking about it. But yeah, we got a project.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about this? I see you have clothing, Able.
Yeah.
Can
So
you tell us about that?
Abel is one of my really good friend. His name is Sean Daniels. And you know, I have the group of people I surround myself with everyone is doing their own thing, but we all come together collectively to support each other. So Able is it's basically a clothing line that has a message behind it. So it's basically Able oneself. So analyze, brand, leverage, and embark. So once you analyze yourself, you brand yourself, then you gain leverage, and then you embark. And it really flowed well with the good vibes. So, you know, like I said, it's my brother. It's my brother's brand. I'm going to support it just like mine. You know, so we got that in here. We got the shirts. We got the joggers, the shoes. The shoes are ridiculous. We got watches, all of it. Like I say, it's just really being the first. We want to be the first here to do it. It's to do it right. And just have everything. We want to have a barber. We want to have a photographer. We got a videographer. You want some clothes? We got some clothes for you. You want, you know, in-house everything. So yeah, that's what that is.
All right.
Yeah, it's a dope line too. Like it's super dope because a lot of brands don't come with the meaning behind it. So this one has a really dope meaning behind it. So yeah, we're excited about that.
Okay, and so I have a little question for our ladies out there. So are you single or are you in a relationship?
I'm definitely in a relationship.
Ladies, you've been in a relationship.
I'm definitely in a relationship. It's coming on 4 years. I'm in a relationship with my best friend. So yeah, it's definitely a dope. And she's actually just finished cosmetology school. So we about to turn all the way up. Put her on the same level as me so she can surpass me and then lift me up, you know, towards that. Yeah. You know, we trying to, you know, if she got $1 million and I got $1 million, then we lit. You feel me?
Okay.
So yeah.
And how is that balancing being an artist and being in a relationship for you? Is there any?
No, because I got a dope ass female. So, you know, I'm not saying that shit to sound corny and shit, but it's the truth. You know, you gotta find your best friend when it comes to a relationship, or else you guys are just gonna disagree a lot of times. It's definitely a tough balance, but she understands what I'm trying to do, and everything I say I'm gonna do, I do it. So it's probably different than most relationships where guys be like, baby, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and I do everything I say I'm gonna do. So when I say I'm gonna do something, she trusts and believes the process behind it.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So I can see on Instagram you say you need 7 strings of wealth.
7, yeah. It's a fact.
Okay, and how is that going?
It's going great. I got candles. I got hats. We got shoes. We got shirts. I cut hair. I got a photographer. we got the music streams. So I think we almost at 8 right now. You know. Yeah. We also own a towing business too. My father's in the towing business called Safe Towing, so we were involved in that. So yeah, we about to work on the champagne next too. Okay. Yeah, my aunt just put me into that. Yes, sir. She said we need to do a champagne, good vibes champagne. So we working on everything. We trying to make it happen for sure.
Okay, and would you consider yourself a role model for people?
For my kids, yes. For anybody else, no. Just an example. I don't think I'm a role model. I think at one time with the good vibes thing, a lot of people, like, if I would say something that didn't sound like good vibe, people would really hold me to that. And I tell people, like, yo, I'm not Jesus. I don't want to be Jesus. I don't want to be perceived as great all the time. I'm human. But good vibes is a reminder. So when I fall off, my friend's like, yo, good vibes, bro. I'm like, damn, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I want to go beat the shit out of somebody. Hey, good vibes, bro. I'm like, damn, all right. You know, so it's a reminder of a daily checklist to stay on top of yourself, as well as good vibes attracts the good people, and then it pushes away the wrong people. So you can really see who has a real connection and who has like a flaw that they just trying to put it on to be good. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've witnessed that a lot, like recently. The more we build, the more it's like other people are coming and they're like, yeah, man, I went to church last week. I'm like, bro, I don't go to church. I don't know what the hell you're telling me. You know what I'm saying? But that's just people. You know what I mean? So.
And do you think, like, is there people that you were cool with before all this that kind of was like, you know, felt some kind of way about you going up and them probably being where they are?
Yeah.
Lost a few friends.
A lot. My memory doesn't even serve me so many. I forget them. It's not important they were a part of my life for a reason, and we both served a purpose, and now they gotta get the fuck out the way. You know what I'm saying? If they're not on my type of time, I'm not trying to go out to the club every Friday and do all that shit. You at the club, I'm doing some whole other shit. So if we ain't on the type of time, then I just don't want to kick it with you. If you're not a good father, I don't want to kick it with you. If you're a liar, I don't want to kick it with you. If you can handle your business, I don't want to kick it with you. So if we got checklists, and if you don't live up to that, then you're just not. It's not saying you're a bad person or anything like that. You're just not for me and where I'm trying to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if there's anything you want to tell maybe up and coming artists out there or people out here who trying to, you know, open up businesses and make it out here, do you have a few words for those people?
Yeah, stay dedicated, stay down, and enjoy the process. Don't rush your steps, and take every loss as a lesson. It's crazy because a lot of this shit sounds like the generic shit to say, but it's the realest shit ever. You really gotta put in some fucking work, 10,000 hours of anything, and you can be an expert at it. While everyone else is out, and you're broke, and you don't have anything in your pocket, utilize that time to do something towards your future. And relationships are gonna get you far, yo. People really, really, really overlook that shit. It's not what you know, it's who you know. They always say who you know will get you on, and what you know determines how long you stay. So we want to live to that and just be genuine, man. I had a friend, he said something to me recently because I couldn't understand as I'm going to this new space in life. I had people that's like, man, I knew him when he wasn't like that, good vibes. Like, why he acting like good vibes? Like, I knew him when he was fucked up. Like, yeah, but if I'm trying to go to a new, you know what I'm saying, a new level, would you rather me be a good person or a fucked up person? But that's when it hit me. My friend said, yo, everyone wasn't raised with that etiquette, the morals, the values, the principles, so we really got to get back to that shit just as humans. Fuck the rap shit, like morals, principles, values, things like that. We connect better as people. And it's just part of the secret. You know, they distract us with cell phones and all this other shit just to get us away from the most simplistic thing of life, that good energy, good thoughts, good words, good actions. And that's it. So.
Okay, I feel it. Well, tell our people how to follow you or get in touch with you on social media.
You can follow me on Instagram at I am Jiaani, and then the website is realgoodvibes.com. And yeah, that part. I don't really do the Facebook that much or the Twitter and all that other shit.
Yeah.